Hello everybody and welcome. This is Adrian. Thank you so much for joining me today. Let's play some Victoria 2 with the HFM mod. We're going to be starting a new campaign today. We're going to be doing the artillery challenge. The artillery only challenge. Nah, I'm just kidding. I don't watch iStar's Productions. I don't like his content, so... But we are going to be playing actual campaign. This is going to be a Victoria 2 campaign. We're not doing artillery only because that's some stupid shit. So... as you guys can probably tell from the title, we're going to play as the Mughals. It's the year 1836. The Mughals have a population of 315,000 adult males. We are allied to the United Kingdom. We are their satellite. So apparently, there's some sort of way in, HFM where you can play as the Mughals and you can actually reconquer all of India. I guess we're going to give it a shot. We'll see what happens. I don't know what's going to happen, but who knows. So let's go and play. And yeah, I don't know. We'll see what's going to occur. Now, just for some history, because I know you guys like the history lessons. The Mughal Empire once ruled all of India during this 18th century. They had several wars with the Maratha Confederacy, and they, by the time of the wars with the Marathas, they were in wars with the Marathas for pretty much the entire 18th century. The Mughal Empire was a predominantly Sunni state, even though most of India was actually Hindu, and so there was a lot of conflict. There was a very slow period of decline for the Mughal Empire. Eventually, they would succumb to the British East India Company. A lot of different things would happen. But we will see through our artillery. No, I'm just kidding. But we will see if we can bring the Mughal Empire back. It's a fascinating period of history, I'll admit, with the Mughals. Literally one of the largest. One of the largest states on the Indian subcontinent. So we have the Mughal United Provinces. We have 100% state administrative efficiency already. We're going to boost intellectual spending. Apparently we're at war with two countries. We're at war with someone, and then with Zosa, because Zosa's at war with the UK. We are a satellite of the UK. I'm going to get two regulars here. Actually, do we want our cavalry or possibly artillery? Yeah, actually we need the reconnaissance. Let's go and grab just like one of those guys there. Let's boost our taxes. Tariffs possibly go up. I don't know if tariffs are gonna help us at all. So we're gonna encourage intellectuals. We need to research things. We need to get our literacy up. Our literacy absolutely sucks. So let's see. Kingdom of Sardinia, Restauración. Okay. Splendid Isolation. Enabling this feature will enable Splendid Isolation for the UK. It will break alliances with any great power except for Portugal, the Ottomans, Belgium, and Japan. Sure. Sounds good. Okay, so we're losing some money. So I don't really know what's going to happen here. Apparently we have cores on all of this. Apparently these are our cores. So that's curious. I don't really know how this campaign's going to go. I don't know what's going to happen. I've never done this before. This is a first draw run. I've never done it. So if things go horribly wrong, you'll have to forgive me, but I think we're going to have some fun. First thing we need to do is we need to get our economy and our reforms and everything like that. We're actually only 25% towards westernization, which is just absolutely atrocious. So we'll see what happens. We're just going to go on speed 5 for a very long time. And so the Sepoy Rebellion is supposed to kick off in 1857. And I guess we're going to take control of possibly a lot of this territory, or I don't know. We'll see what happens. We're going to go to war with some people at the very least. So we're just going to kind of find out what happens here. There's the British East India Company, obviously, and they're very, very powerful. They have a huge population. But we have the advantage of having accepted cultures, right? Because we accept a lot of cultures here, Punjabi and Awadhi and stuff like that. So who knows? Maybe actually we can make a comeback. And our accepted cultures would allow us to get, a lot of national focus points, all sorts of stuff like that. But we definitely need to westernize. We're pretty much just going to be stuck on boosting intellectuals in the population for just an incredible amount of time. It's kind of unfortunate, but oh well. We'll see what happens. Because you got to remember, as the British East Indian Company, right? Because we did a BEC company, or we did a BEC campaign. As the British East Indian Company, every time the UK researched something, we would get something for ourselves. So perhaps that will happen again. Possibly. I hope so. I hope it does. You know what I also want to do? I want to do a campaign as Guangdong clique. Really, they're Manchuria. That's pretty much what they are. I'd love to do a campaign as Manchuria, see what happens there. I know there's a lot of events that have to do with the Russians and stuff in Japan and things like that, but you know, I apologize about the USA campaign. It just kind of got less fun to play, and I really didn't want to play as much of it anymore. And I'd like to come back to it if we can sometime, but it just you know, I don't know, it got stale after a bit because the USA is so powerful though. You know, they're so strong, and it's just one of those things where it's just not the most enjoyable thing in the world to play. Let's see, we have a wind of westernization. We really do need that research points modifier. So let's go and do it. We're gonna take it. Now we're probably gonna get a lot of crappy events and bad things. Terrible things are gonna happen to us. But we really have no choice because we need those research points. We really do. We need those research points. We need the intellectuals. We really do. I don't think we make anything from terrorists, right? Nobody. Yeah, I don't think so. It'd be nice to have some cash reserves, so perhaps we just lower army maintenance for a bit and see if we can make some money. We're not building anything. Land maintenance is really just kind of a sunk cost, and that's pretty much it. I don't know. Yeah, we'll just keep it up. I mean, I'm not even sure if we're actually allowed to take debt. That'd be a good question. I'm actually not so sure. Yeah, we can't declare wars on any substates to my knowledge. Yeah, so this is gonna be quite a difficult campaign. Who knows? Like I said, I've never done this. Never tried it. Don't know what's gonna happen. Never done it. Never played as the Mughals. All I saw was like one screenshot of somebody who said they played the Mughals. Excuse me. They played the Mughals in HFM, and they like reconquered all of India. It's kind of curious how they did it, so we'll figure out how they did it. Let's see. We have 67% Sunnis, 28.9% Hindus, and 4% Sikh here in our province. We have 71% Punjabis and 28.9% Awadis. And everybody is apparently concerned about jingoism. There's a Treaty of Nanjing. Okay. Let's see, War of the Basolan Concession. East India Company. Okay, so we are no longer making any money. That's unfortunate. Let's see, administration spending. Okay, I do want to actually maybe possibly reduce administration spending if it means I can get more bureaucrats, I guess? I don't know. Let's leave those guys at like 10%. Or, we reduce administration spending to possibly increase intellectual spending, I'm guessing, because we do need the literacy to go up really fast. I don't know if that's worth it, or if it's dangerous to do, or like here we're not even affording our education. So I don't know. We just have to see. At the very least, we definitely want like people to promote to soldiers, so we can get that. I don't know if boosting military spending would be something we want to do, possibly get more soldiers. For now, let's at least worry about the intellectuals. That's a big deal. So we need about 4% intellectuals to get anywhere with this. And then who knows? Possibly we'll see about soldiers. I don't know. We really don't have enough people here in our provinces to support that many soldiers or whatever. So actually, yeah, we will reduce actually military spending. The national focus will probably have to take care of itself. The bureaucratic spending is unfortunate, but let's see. Kleptocrats. Kleptocracy is a term applied to a government seen as having a particularly severe and systemic problem with officials of a ruling class taking advantage of corruption to extend their personal wealth. Oh, okay, disappeared. Kleptocracy. Very interesting. Kleptocracy. Okay, we're making some decent money now. Let's see. What reforms are we going to want to go for? Let's see. I'm not going to lie. The reform system for education is probably a pretty good idea. Financial reform is nice. We get tax efficiency as well as civilization progress. It's expensive, though. army schools and all that kind of stuff is nice, but we might not need it necessarily. Let's see. Firearms production, local production. We already have official currencies. I'm thinking maybe this enact financial reform is going to be the first thing we need to do. Although this education efficiency would be really nice as well. Just because of the education efficiency, it'll increase the rate at which we get. Let's see, civilization progress, minimum military spending, advanced constructions, foreign officer training. Yeah, we probably will wait for this, either the educational system or the financial reform. We do need good troops, though. The command system, the military staff system, all that would really be nice. Especially sometime prior to 1857, preferably. That would be helpful. We're making decent money, I'll admit. And we already give some of our budget to our overlord anyway. So we should really try and push intellectuals the best we can here. It's capped at a 4%, obviously, so we don't want the intellectuals to go anywhere. We could do soldiers. We'll see what happens with that. I'm not sure if we'll get too many promoted from just the national focus, but I mean, you never know. You know, you never know. Okay. So we generate research points at a decent pace. And we're trying to just improve this literacy a bit. We get about 0.1 literacy pretty much every month. Pretty much every month. The administration spending unfortunately needs to take, you know, a small hit. See, these are trusts everyday needs for the poor strata. Okay, let's see what happens. Okay, things are progressing. It's a European military mission. One of the great powers of the West has taken an interest in our country, has offered to establish a military mission. Sure, why not? Can't hurt, right? Because, I mean, we do need, let's be fair, we do need the research points. So, it's not the worst thing in the world. That's curious. Declare jihad against the British. Unrest dominates the territory of the former Mughal Empire, now controlled by the British. There are calls for jihad by Muslim leaders. You can't pronounce any of those names. Interesting. Have the global flag, the Seaport Rebellion. So once the Seaport Rebellion starts, any of the neighboring provinces owned by the East India Company average militancy at least 5. Huh. Curious. I do wonder. Apparently with that, we're at war with the Netherlands. War of the Kilimantan South Borneo concession. Acquisition of French Algeria. Very interesting indeed. Okay, so we're actually getting a decent amount of soldiers. Wow, that's actually a lot. Let's grab another inventory. Wow, military spending is seriously expensive when we buy stuff for constructions. Holy shit. It's a lot of money. Still at 4% of intellectuals. Let's see, land reform, farming efficiency, mining efficiency. That would theoretically, I guess that would get rid of poor strata workers, I'm guessing, because it would become more efficient. Yeah, I do like the education thing, because the literacy is something that we really need right now. Literacy is always good. You know, we want people to read, I think. Reading is fairly nice. You never really, you know, appreciate a talent until you don't have it. So, like, you know, anybody who's, like, illiterate, they'll tell you that the one thing they want to do is learn how to read. Or, like, you know, people who can't see, the one thing they say they want to do is to be able to see. You know. It's not that crazy. It's an understandable desire when you take things for granted. See, voting rights rescinded in Sicily. Apparently the island of Sicily is independent. Holy balls of sack. See, 2 Sicilies. Have we done a 2 Sicilies campaign? I don't think we've done one in HFM. I remember doing one in Concert Europe. Okay, we got another. Let's get one more of these guys. Okay, so we're flat broke trying to grab some artillery. We are absolutely broke. Just can't build it. Oh, there we go. We're getting a little bit day by day. Canned food and liquor are extremely expensive. What do we produce anyway? So we produce fruit, canned food, luxury clothes, fertilizer, and cement, and we export fruit, canned food, and luxury clothes. We import basic stuff like lumber, grain, livestock, and fish. So we don't have enough food for our people. We export luxuries like fruit and paper, luxury clothes, things. Very interesting. Okay, so literacy is going up. That's all we can do. That's all we can really do is just wait for the literacy. Let's see. I mean, is the educational efficiency, is that what we want to do? Or the financial reform, because that would give us more money. Which one do we pick? They're both worth 15% civilization progress, so... But this one, in theory, would get us points faster because every bit of literacy will get your research point up, or research rate up. But I wouldn't mind some money. But I'm gonna go with education. I'm gonna go with the educational system. Yeah. I think we might do the finances next. See, there we go. Yeah, now we're getting 0.1. It's almost 0.11 literacy per day, or per month. Not bad. And we can try and go for 4% soldiers. Wow, really? The California Republic is now a dictatorship? That's cool. Presidential dictatorship. The Democrats are in power over there, apparently. That's funny. So there's the Mexican-American War. The United States is losing. Well, there's a Bear Flag Revolt. Spanish-Moroccan War. Jalan Jihad. Okay, so there's the seizure of Texas. I'm not gonna lie, this contest is a little more equal than I was kind of expecting. Mexico's actually fairly strong, especially if it takes advantage of attrition. The U.S. is actually not gonna be in a very good spot. The Ottoman Empire is absolutely enormous. Looks like they won the crisis of the Oriental Crisis. I think they won. We can get another regiment of soldiers. I'm gonna go for... Artillery is super expensive. I wouldn't mind going for some more cavalry. Let's do another infantry, though. They're fairly cheap. Fairly cheap to just kind of maintain. That is a fucking enormous British East India Company army. Okay, so we have about 10 years until the Sepoy Rebellion. There's the French Revolution of 1848. I have no idea what's going to happen during the Sepoy Rebellion. Who knows? This will either be a really, really long campaign or a very, very short one. Who absolutely knows? I don't know. I'm not actually even entirely sure if we'll go to war with the East India Company. I think we may go to war with the British themselves. But I actually don't know. Could go, I guess, anyway. There's the Venetian Revolution. The Wallachian Revolution is occurring. The Russian intervention in Hungary. There's the Roman Revolution. Mexican-American War. At least literacy is going up fairly quickly. All things considered. I think in HFM you can get soldiers up to 5%, I believe, in a state. There's a Sonderbund War. There's the Civil War of the Swiss. We're making decent money. There's a convention of Balta Liman. Interesting. Interesting. The Convention of Balta Liman of 1848 was an agreement between the Russian Empire and the Ottomans regulating the political situation of the two Danubian principalities. So, I think Moldavia went to Russia, but Wallachia, actually, they're both still satellites of the Ottomans, but they are under the sphere of the Russians. Curious. Let's see, there's the Oregon Treaty. Here's the occupation of Mexico. You know, I kind of feel bad that there was no All of Mexico movement in our campaign. I think I read somewhere that in order to have the All of Mexico movement, to be able to annex all of it, Mexico has to refuse the Treaty of Guadalupe Hidalgo, which they usually never do. So, okay. Alrighty, well, it's 1850, or it's 1849 right now. I have to take a quick break here. But I'm curious if you guys are excited for this campaign or not. If you are, please make sure to like, subscribe, comment down below. Let me know if you guys are excited to see this. I don't really know what's going to happen, but I'm excited one way or another. I don't know. So let me know what you guys are thinking. If you guys want to see another country, let me know. So I'm going to go and take a break here, but thank you so much for watching as always. Please make sure to like, subscribe, and comment down below, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks so much.